I'm gonna teach you how to land your first brand deal in the month of October. It is October 2nd, so we're getting a tiny bit of a late start, but you, by the way, you do not need followers to do this. If you're currently at like 5 or 10 or 1,000 followers, you do not need followers in order to land paid brand deals. Seriously, even if you think that's true, it's not. I learned this 3 years ago. And the reason why is because you're going to focus not on being an influencer in the month of October. If you want to do that later on in the future, great, do that. But we're going to focus on UGC specifically for the month of October and beyond. UGC, if you've never heard of it before, it stands for user generated content. Basically, all these brands who are probably also working with influencers also work with UGC creators. As a UGC creator, you get paid to create the content. Sometimes it's kind of like influencer content that they make. But instead of you having to post it to your own social media accounts, the brands that hire you as a UGC creator, they're just hiring you to make the content, sending it to them, and they're going to take it and use it for their own marketing purposes. So P.S. It's now quarter four, and this is the busiest time of year for UGC creators and for brands. They're trying to squeeze out all the sales. Like, they're trying to get as many sales as possible before the end of the year, before 2026 starts. So that means brands need an insane amount of content to post on social media and to run as ads on social media because they're going to be doing Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all this stuff. So this is the perfect time to start, no joke. If at any point during this video, because I'm yapping, you could also hold it down. I think you can hold it down because I'll talk for literally 10 minutes about this. Hold it down. You can go at 2x speed. Sometimes I do that, but anyways, if at any point during this video you want to just like get started with this, I made a free UGC checklist that will walk you through the steps, plus way more than this video because I included a 15-minute video lesson going over how to pitch to these companies, which I'm going to talk about in like a couple steps. But if you want to know how to pitch, I give you scripts, templates, and all that stuff. That would help so much because then you can get started as soon as today. So if I were you, I would pause this video, save it here in the right-hand corner, go to my profile, click the Stan Store link. The free checklist is gonna be, I think it's the second option. It's just a PDF. I'll email it to you right away. You can get started as soon as today with that free checklist. There's been over 63,000 people that have downloaded it at this point. So it'll help. So just know that during this video, go grab it. Okay. Also send this to somebody who you think would want to do brand deals and like doesn't quite have a lot of followers. This could really, really help them change their life before January 1st when everybody else is going to be creating all these goals. Send it to somebody you know. Okay, first step is, as a UGC creator, like you're going to be creating like typically specific kind of content, right? So again, you do not need followers to do this. So if you're still thinking that, push it out of your brain. The first step for me when I started back in 2022, which I ended up 14 months later, replacing my 6-figure income all with UGC deals. So I'm not just saying this out of nowhere. UGC changed my life. First step I did was looking at some UGC example videos. So I'm a visual learner. You're probably a visual learner. For me, I just wanted to see what kind of content I'd be creating if I was going to pursue UGC, which I was convinced I was. So I looked up UGC video examples. You could do that, or you could go to my profile. I have a pinned video because it's helpful for people. I have a pinned video with 3 UGC videos I have been hired and paid to do for different companies. One of them I did with my mom, which is super fun. You go to my profile, again, watch those 3 videos. It'll give you a visual on the kind of content. Your content's not going to be just like mine, but it'll give you a visual on the kind of content you'll be creating as a UGC creator because you're going to start doing this today. Okay, next step is creating a portfolio. Now, before you freak out, because so many people hear the word portfolio or website or whatever, and they start freaking out, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not tech savvy or yada, yada, yada. Don't freak out. Your portfolio is just one central place that you're going to send to brands so they can get to know you better. Like, who the heck are you? You can't just say, like, after you watch this video, you can't just say, I'm a UGC creator and all these brands are going to want to like work with you. You have to like let them know who the heck you are, and you have to also connect with them, which I'll get to after this step. So creating a portfolio is one central place to send to brands when you email them or DM them or whatever. So you get to know you. How old are you? Are you a Gen Xer? Are you a boomer like most of my UGC? I have like almost 11,000 students inside my Ultimate UGC course. And And it's so, I can't even stress this enough, but putting your age and or ideally both, your generation followed by UGC creator, like mine says millennial UGC creator. Like one of my students who's a Gen Xer, hers says Gen X UGC creator, and she's in her early 50s. She's made in the past 4 months, she has made well over $20,000 in 4 months doing UGC part-time on top of her full-time job. So after she took my course, which she was super skeptical about, she joined it, listened to me, followed my advice. I just interviewed her, but she's 4 months in and made over 20 grand. We've got 3 more months, October, November, December. How much money are you wanting to make? Make it a goal, write it down, put it on sticky notes, whatever. Anyways, just to show you what's possible, but put in your portfolio your age, your generation, followed by UGC creator, because companies are looking for that. And then the most important thing in your portfolio is going to be your video examples. Now, if you're a brand spanking new and you're like, Megan, I literally just heard about UGC, had no idea I could even do this, I have no work to show inside my portfolio, it's okay. That's literally how I started in 2022. So what you're gonna do, what I did and what I teach inside of my course is literally go around your house, choose random products that you like, that you use maybe on a consistent basis. This could be, I'll just tell you my example. The first 2 UGC videos I did for my portfolio back in 2022 were 2 videos about the cat treats I give my 2 cats. It was not complicated. I also have little boys. So I did 2 videos about these like toys that I got off of Amazon for my kid. So don't overthink it. Create video examples, make them all like slightly different. So they're not just all voiceovers or all unboxing or all like just talking to the camera. Make them slightly different. If you want to look at my portfolio, that's linked in my Stan store as well. I have dozens of videos I have been hired and paid a lot of money to create for companies in there if you, again, want some more visuals. Okay, after your portfolio is done, P.S. it's not going to be perfect. Don't be a perfectionist at this stage in your UGC journey. Do not quit before you even start. So don't be a perfectionist. Get 4 or 5 video examples up in your portfolio. Make it look good. If you're in my course, you have access to, or if you want to be in my course, it's $87. You don't have to, obviously, like it's not required to buy a course to do UGC. But if you want to learn from me and you want access to, I have 7 different portfolio templates that are done for you. So you literally just drag and drop in my course. If you want those, you can use it. If you're not in my course, if you want to use other ones, by all means, do whatever you want. But the easiest way is going to be Canva to create your portfolio, and that's what the templates I have in my course are on, is Canva, because it's just way more beginner friendly, user friendly. So anyways, hit publish knowing that your portfolio is going to get better and better, your content's going to get better and better every single time you make more content. So give yourself some grace there, and then now is the time to start connecting with brands. If you have not grabbed my free UGC checklist where I tell you how to email companies, which is the way I've landed, I would say like at least 50% of my UGC deals, go get the checklist. It's free. It's literally $0. You can get started today. I teach you what I teach people that are in my course. I took a video lesson from my course, put it in this free checklist all about how to email companies. Also, I have landed several UGC deals by starting the conversation. The second UGC deal I landed was by starting the conversation with a brand inside Instagram DMs. In the free checklist, I have an Instagram DM script template that would help a ton. Beyond pitching, there are so many apps, platforms, agencies that you could connect with and join. So platforms like Breakfast.io, BRKFST.io, Billow, B-Roll, Incense, Collabster, Backstage. There's literally so many. There's so many. Yugi is one. Yugi one. So many. You could look at those. There's join brands. You could join platforms and apps. I love pitching personally, but in the beginning, you might want to join some apps and platforms to connect with brands that way. UGC is blown up, okay? So most companies are working with UGC creators in some capacity, which is why there's so many apps and platforms made with the sole purpose of connecting UGC creators with brands. So just know that this is not a saturated market. There's a lot of UGC creators because it's the best career ever, but it's not oversaturated. Brands need fresh new content literally all the time, and you could be the one getting paid to create it for them. P.S. If you have pets, pet UGC is massive. I just got done with a 2 UGC deal with my 2 cats. So anyways, start UGC. I hope this helps. yeah, let's make some money.